NJ.com and the Star Ledger welcome to the Rutgers Rant, your one-stop podcast for the Scarlet Knights, with your hosts Steve Politti and Rutgers insiders Brian Fonseca and Pat Lenny. Let's start chopping.
Picks? Want to make picks? All right, let's do it. That's a 3.5. Is that the line now?
We are going with 3.5, yes.
Okay. All right. You're leading, right? So you go first. Brian,
sure.
Right? 2-0. I'm
2-0. Yes, thank you for reminding me. And I am now 15-0 in my last 15 games picking Rutgers straight up. So I could have bought a house if I just invested some money in picking Rutgers. But anyway, enough of my bragging. Rutgers has never won at Virginia Tech. Rutgers came relatively close the last time they were there in 2002 under Greg Schiano. They came relatively close in 1993, the year after the Halloween Miracle at Rutgers. But they've never won at Blacksburg. This is not Virginia Tech of old. This is not the Virginia Tech of Frank Beamer. This is a good Virginia Tech, not a great Virginia Tech. Rutgers beat them last year behind Kyle Monungai. That was kind of his big breakout game. I think they'll beat them again behind Kyle Monungai. I think they'll beat them convincingly. I think the spread is much different than a lot of the analytics I've seen out there. And I think Rutgers wins this game fairly comfortably. I'll go Rutgers 27, Virginia Tech 14.
Wow. Okay. Hold them down to 14 points too. All right. I'm with you on all of that, just about all of that. And that the fact they beat them last year, I look back on it. Gavin Wimsatt had like 40 yards passing.
Yeah.
And physically dominated them. I'm stunned by the line. I get it. That a lot of that is just hype and preseason stuff still baked into it. It's also the fact that it's a tough place to play and history. And I think people see Rutgers on the road and go, oh, I get it, but I don't understand it. And I think Rutgers is the better team. Got the better player coming against a bad rushing defense. All of these I agree totally. I'm going to go a little closer though than 13 points. I think 28-20 is about the number I'm going to settle on there for that one, but still covering it easily.
You guys have both been right on the money, I think, with your analysis, both spot on. I will say the more and more I research the new players, the transfers at Virginia Tech, they do have a talented roster, as Greg Schiano has mentioned many times. I don't think that's hyperbole. I do think they have some legitimately very talented players that stand out when you watch them. And the thing that I keep coming back to is that the Rutgers defense was supposed to be its calling card this season. And while, yes, they haven't truly been tested yet against Howard and Akron, this is going to be a legitimate first test. And I need to see a pass rush. I need to see some havoc. I want to see Rutgers be the team that we thought they were going to be in the preseason, that plays dominant defense and runs the ball. If they do that, they win this game. I'm along the same lines as you, Steve, like 28-20.
Picking the same score as me? Wow. Okay.
I'll change it. All right.
Change it. Come on. I don't
give
care.
someone a field goal.
30-24.
There you go. All right. We're all picking them to cover. So there you go. Take that one to Vegas, and either we'll be 3-0, or we'll be 1-0, or it'll be a disaster. So, all right. Before we let you go, can you give us a pick for this week's, since we pick at the end, can you give us a pick for this week for Virginia Tech Rutgers game football? Who do you like? Be pretty funny.
Rutgers is going to win.
Are they going to win by?
A score. Okay. I don't know. 21-14.
There you go.
That's my
That's good.
Safe pick. All right.
Thank you for listening to the Rutgers Rant. To participate in the conversation and receive live updates about the Scarlet Knights directly to your phone, sign up at nj.com/insider.